guys, welcome back to the Right Nurse. This is Lakeisha here, and as you guys see, I have a special guest with me. Her name is Shanae. We met this semester in nursing school. She has now become my nurse bestie.
Yes.
So in this video, we'll be talking about how the first half of our third semester went. If you would like to know how that went, please continue watching. So you guys, this semester, it started off 10 times better. Yay! Well, first of all, let's just get a little backstory. So if you guys remember me talking about how last semester we took 2 classes for the 15 weeks straight. Well, this semester we only took 1 class for 7 weeks. So instead of it being 15 weeks long, they broke it up where we just take 1 class for 7 weeks. And then we take we do like a little break in between. And then we take another class for the last 7 weeks. So overall, it has been a lot easier just being able to focus on 1 class at a time. So this semester I pretty much did the same study tips that I did the previous, except for I did a study group and she was in the study group. Yes. You guys, my grades were a lot better this semester. As you can see, I did not come on here like, yo, I'm failing again, hopefully I pass. Like, no, we're singing a different tune this time. It really had to do with, I think, a study group, and I was so against study groups in the beginning, but I will say, being in a study group, she was one of the members. It was A1. I'll get more into details about that later, but first we're going to start with some of the positives of this semester, and it would be, of course, meeting her. We have become really, really close this semester. You'd be surprised the people you'll meet in nursing school and how close you guys will become throughout the process.
It takes a village.
It really does take a village, yeah. So that was one of the positives. I have talked about my clinical experience, and then she'll go into her clinical experience. So you guys know Med-Surg 2, that clinical experience was a hot mess. If you guys didn't see that video, I'll put it up here. Go watch it. It was a rough one. But this clinical instructor, I love her so much. I really did. Like, we're in the same clinical group. Yeah. And she was amazing. Like, when I tell you she let me do my thing, and that's what I like, I want to be able to do my thing. She, you know, once she was comfortable and trusted us, we were able to do everything on our own. Once we did our first med check with her, we were able to give our own meds. I had 2 patients this semester all by myself. So that was definitely a positive and clinical for me. What about you?
Same. My last clinical instructor, when I did it the first time, for her, if you guys didn't know, so I'm doing this again. I did not pass Med-Surg 3 the first time. I failed, not miserably, but I failed. Actually, I failed by 1 point on the final. Do you know how devastating that is? 1 point on the final. So anyways, this semester I came back with a vengeance, and I passed with a B this time. My clinical experience was like a total 180. Like, the clinical instructor I had last time was the devil. Like, terrible. Yes, it was that bad. The clinical instructor this time was like the complete opposite. She was an angel. Like she said, she didn't hover. She made sure that we knew what we were doing. She didn't just let us do us, because she still has a license to back, but she made sure that we understood what we needed to understand. She went through the first check and everything like that with us, and then she let us be free. Like, and if we had any questions, of course she was there, but it made it 10 times better, because you're not nervous, you're not second guessing yourself, you're not shaking in your boots. Like, you're good. It makes you feel just a whole lot better when people just don't hover.
Alright guys, so another positive for this semester was, like I said earlier, the study group. So I like studying by myself. I've always studied by myself, but clearly it reflected in my grades that wasn't the best way. So this semester, really, she kind of forced me into it. I'm gonna just be honest. She was like, we're gonna study together, and I'm like, but okay, we studied together. But in her defense, it worked. So remember how I talk about things you wish you knew, or things you should, whatever, in nursing school? So I always told you guys it's always smart to talk to the upperclassmen. Well, technically she's an upperclassman, so she had to know on, like, well, study more on this than that, or she gave her perspective on last semester and things that she could have did different. So that's why it's always good to talk to upperclassmen and make friends with them because they can be very influential in your nursing school journey. So in the study group, it was about 5 of us. We would meet the day before the test. We would come together. So we already did our own studying, and we would go through the outlines bit by bit. She's really good at just throwing questions at your way to make you start thinking as some of the nursing questions.
That's because that's the questions that I messed up on in the first place. I had to learn, oh my God, I had to learn how to answer questions. I had to learn how to not just go over the material.
Yeah.
And just to know the material, like with nursing school, and anybody can attest to this, you have to, it's application. I don't care what nobody say, it's no knowledge base. It's all application.
They didn't give us anything for free.
No. So like you have to put it in question form in a way that they, like the teachers, like once you get to know, like sometimes your first test is always crap. Unless you're just really that good. But most of the time your first test is always crap. Because you're learning that teacher and what that teacher, how that teacher asks their questions, and then once you get that, you know, oh, okay, so this is how she won't play. So then you have to revamp how you study, and so yeah, so it helped that I already took it because then I knew what to expect, and so I was able to help them on how to study. So
a tip that I would give for study groups, y'all, is don't study with no dummies. Okay, now if some of your friends are just dummies or joke a lot or just go off topic, those are not people you want in your study group. You want people who either are on your level or above you, and most of them were actually above me because their grades were better. But I wasn't no dummy, okay?
Right. Absolutely.
But that's my point, like, don't study with, like, me and her lucked up, we're friends, but we still can stay, like, on topic. We may veer off a little bit and crack some jokes. However, we got back on topic and we was able to go from there. So, and our study groups weren't for like 2 hours. No, you guys, we were there for like 6 hours. We were taking lunch breaks, okay? Like we were in it to win it.
Yeah.
And one of the positives of also the study group, we always did it the day before a test. After that, we will go to what our school has, our nursing program has, is sip-in, which is really with an outside instructor. She comes in and she teaches us, or goes over, well actually she does reteach some things too, the topics that are going to be on the test the next day. And she gives us nothing but NCLEX questions. And not only is it really amazing that she gives us NCLEX questions, but she's also an RN. She works as an RN. She's been doing it for years. She gives us like why this answer is right. Like, how is your thoughts on sip-in?
I loved sip-in. Well, see, the thing is, I didn't go to sip-in in the beginning. I went to sip-in first semester. I went to sip-in once. So
like, this is a waste of energy.
Yeah, but I didn't know how beneficial sip-in could be, and so it reflected because I barely passed every semester. Barely. Like, you need a 74.5. I got like a 74.7, 74.6. Like, I was barely passing.
Just living life on edge, y'all. I can't live like that. What hell I'd have for mental health. Oh God.
The final saved me every single semester. Every single semester the final saved me. And my luck ran out. Obviously, because I had to do semester 3 over, so my luck ran out.
And it really does help with the refresher. Just make sure you guys actually like pay attention to the little details, because I'll never forget the dang on question about fasciotomy. Like, and she told me that, no, I picked the wrong question. I picked the wrong answer last time. I said elevate the arm, and I chose elevate the arm, and she clearly, literally just said it less than 24 hours ago.
Don't elevate the arm.
So I'm telling you guys, it really helps. Little gems that will jump in your head while you're taking tests, like, oh, I remember this. So definitely do a study group.
So another pro to the semester is that it changed from 15 weeks to 7-week blocks, which means everything is all smushed together. Which I think for me personally, I had maternity and peds and med-surg 3 at the same time last semester, which I feel like was really detrimental also to my grade health. because maternity and peds itself is like taking Med-Surg 1 through 4. In my opinion, it's like taking Med-Surg 1 through 4 at the same time, just with children, because their vitals are different, with their needs are different, like everything's different. So you're basically learning everything about children in a certain amount of time, along with taking Med-Surg as well. Alright, so the angle looks different, quality looks different. We have to use our phone. Things happened.
Yeah, the camera space was no more space. So here we are.
Yes.
Back at it again.
So anyways, as I was saying, yeah, it's just better because the 7 weeks now it's in blocks. So there's 2 increments. So doing Med-Surg first, you get all the information out in a little bit. So every test is back to back pretty much. So you don't have time to forget the information.
Yeah, that was a plus. So in 7 weeks, everything you learned about a month ago, you should be able to remember for the final. So that was definitely a positive for me. I like being able to focus on one thing at a time. Trying to juggle between the 2 classes last semester was a hot damn mess actually. It was bad, you guys. So being able to focus and remembering something from a month ago was so much easier than 15 weeks ago for 2 separate classes. So now the negative side. There's always a con to something, okay? The negative was that everything was back to back. So we had maybe 2 weeks starting off. The next thing you know, we had a test, and then we had another test the next week, and then we had a project. Like everything was back to back. So no days off. So if you thought you could take a little break to just chill 1 week, negative. We had less than 4 days to study.
Yeah, for the final.
That's 45% of your grade.
Yes. So we had 4 days?
Like 4 days.
Yeah, because the final, the test before that was a Thursday. And then the final was Wednesday. So we had like 6 days. We had less than a week is the point for a whole entire final. So I guess the thing with that was that I guess they figured, oh well, like we just said, you just learned the first thing a month ago, so it should be fresh in your mind.
Yeah,
I guess.
Give and take.
Yeah. So that was the only con to the 7 weeks. Do you think there was anything else?
Yeah, I mean that was it. But we pushed through, y'all. Like we really did push through. Because it was just like you didn't have a choice. If you missed like a class or a clinical, it's kind of hard to make up something when you only have 7 weeks for the dang on class.
Yes.
So
this semester was just overall it was really, really rewarding.
It was. Other than that negative, honestly, this block so far, or the semester so far, has been a really good one for me. I didn't come on here with the sad face, y'all, talking about I'm failing. It's been a good one. So, like I said earlier, to end this on a good note, you really do make some really solid friendships in nursing school. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna just be honest with you guys, like no one really understands what you're going through besides the people going through it with you. I can't tell you, like, even like my best friend, all they can do is really encourage you, tell you positive things. Jazz, I love you. However, when people, all they can really respond is like, you can do it. Like, yes, I know I can do it with, in Jesus' name, we can get through it. However, like that it doesn't help.
Right.
It really doesn't.
Yeah.
They mean well. Your family and friends will mean well, but it's tough. Okay.
They don't understand what we're going through.
No.
Only we understand what we're going through. They may think, oh, it's not that hard. I mean, come on. No. Mom. Husband. No. It's not.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Okay? It's hard. So, yeah. So I am so happy to gain a friend in her.
And she likes to work out like I do. And she loves makeup like I do.
That's why I look like this. I just came from the gym. She's all glamified. Today is her birthday. So, and I'm sad I can't be with her today. But I just came from the gym, so I look like this. Only thing I was worried about was my eyebrows, and they still on fleek. So
you see my face, y'all. She can't be with me because she started this whole workout regimen and eating schedule thing, this program she's on. So gotta celebrate by myself.
No, you married your sister.
But you messed up. I was trying to get them to feel bad.
Oh no, she didn't have her sister. And then she's going on vacation.
Y'all will see on the Right Nurse's next vlog will be me on the beach with my cheeks out and a drink in my hand. So thank you guys for watching this video. We did an awesome collab. Please make sure you guys go follow her. I'll put her name at the bottom of the screen. Go follow her on Instagram and also on YouTube. Subscribe to her channel to be able to follow her as well.
It's Living the Shaw Life. LIVINGTHESHAWLISE. Or yeah, look on the screen.
I just had to put it on the bottom of the screen, but you know, hey.
I had to spell. People can't spell these days. It's no offense. Okay.
All right, guys. Till next time. Peace.